Rangers. This is the Patriarch. Steeltown, the factory I rely on to make the guns, armor, and vehicles needed for our war effort, is apparently having some kind of internal trouble, which is making them far less reliable. Deliveries have slowed to almost nothing, and what we do receive is often poorly made or just not what we ordered. I need you to go there, speak to the CEO, Abigail Markham, find out what the hell is going on, and fix it. With all the current chaos, now is not the time for her to be falling down on the job. Colorado needs what Steeltown makes, and we need it yesterday. Get this done, Rangers. ASAP.
Everybody in the factory is fine, guys. Totally fine. We're just on a big quota push right now, so we're all working overtime.
Come on, Bianchi. Nobody's come out of there in weeks. Where's my wife?
Where's my son?
Wait, are you guys the Desert Rangers? Abby said you were coming. Oh, thanks. I'm Benny Bianchi. Welcome to Steeltown. We're so glad you're here. But there's just a few tiny little itty-bitty steps to take before we can let you in. All you have to do is talk to Dr. Breeler in the Human Resource Center, and he'll get you started on the admission process right away. He's right up those steps. When you're done, come on in and see us. The computation engine says that during the lockdown, only authorized Steeltown employees may enter the factory. So if you want to come in, you have to be an employee. And to be an employee, you have to take our fitness tests. Good luck! Oh, well, the computation engine is the heart and soul of Steeltown. It runs everything. The gates, the scheduling, the order tracking, fulfillment, lunch breaks. We couldn't survive without...
Nuh-uh, Bianchi. That's enough. You can talk to your friends later. We were here first. What's going on inside the factory?
We heard shooting in there. We demand to know our loved ones are safe.
Sorry, friends, sorry. Trust me, when this push is over, your relatives will be coming out of this gate with smiles on their faces and big fat paychecks in their... Oh, sorry, something's come up. Gotta go. Don't forget to talk to Dr. Breeler about your screening, Rangers. Can't wait to see you.
Say, you're those Desert Rangers, huh? I'm Luis. Did I hear Benny Bianchi ask you to come see her in Steeltown? 'Cause if you're gonna pay her a visit, us folks in the camp here sure would like to know what's going on in there. Most of us have family working there. And what with it being locked down and all, we don't know if they're alive or dead or if we'll ever see them again. And Benny won't tell us a goddamn thing. My wife's in there, Florinda. Damn near everything. Abigail Markham, who runs the place, got money from the Patriarch a while back to make it the center of industry in Colorado. Boy, did she deliver. Refit all of the ruined factories here in Pueblo. Got all the old systems up and running. Added a few of her own. And now the place makes generators, engines, trucks, furnaces, radios, medical supplies, weapons, armor, everything. There are folks that say the founding of Steeltown was as much the making of Colorado as the Patriarch's government. Without the stuff they make here, he wouldn't have been able to do half as much.
Well, he's right there. Steeltown has made Colorado a force to be reckoned with on the plains.
Which is why it's weird to see it having conniptions like this. It used to be a well-oiled machine. Yeah, Markham's happy talk mouthpiece. Always telling us Steeltown needs us. Sure it does, but not enough to give us 4 walls and a roof. We're dying by inches out here. If you ask Bianchi, we're the future employees of Steeltown. At least that's how she and Abigail Markham like to string us along. Who we really are is a bunch of displaced fools who thought this place was going to be our salvation. Thought it would feed us, house us, give us jobs. Well, some of us got jobs. Then they stopped hiring. And the rest of us have been freezing our asses off out here ever since. Out east, along the Colorado border, The Patriarch's peace with the gangs of the plains was supposed to make it safe territory. So we all went homesteading. Now, though, seems like the gangs have forgotten the peace exists. They've been coming for settlers like wolves come for sheep. No choice but to up stakes and run. And this is where we ran to. Of course, now we're hearing that the gangs are coming here. So we may have only delayed our demise. That's what they say. Apparently, Liberty's sending a big scavenging crew this way, hoping to score some heavy artillery ahead of her attack on Colorado Springs. And if things go like they have been, Steeltown's guard bots will just hide behind the gates and let us get shot to pieces. Or worse, scooped up for slaves.
I can't believe the owners of this place would leave these people to their fate. We must let them know what's happening here.
Used to. It seems like they got their own problems now. Pulled back all their patrols. Guard bots only worry about keeping people from going in or out, no matter what Benny Bianchi says. Where else are we gonna go? Rumor is they're turning folks away at Colorado Springs. Besides, there's work here. At least there's supposed to be, if they ever start hiring again. Not to mention, a lot of us have family inside the factory. We're not going anywhere until we see them again. Oh man, could you? Her name is Florinda. She works in the Warbot factory. Just let her know that I'm still alive and I miss her. Thank you so much. They're asking for applicants. Bianchi's practically begging for them. But no one gets through the selection process, and I don't know how they could. Stupid tests don't make any sense at all. Place has gone crazy. You didn't hear me bending Bianchi's ear? The workers inside haven't been allowed out in weeks. There's been gunshots in there. We all got family in there, and nobody will tell us if they're okay, if they're even alive. Wish Markham would come out and talk to us herself. But all we get is Benny pouring syrup in our ears. Phooey. Not a peep. Just Benny saluting the flag and telling us everything's peachy. Ha! Mighty nice of you to ask. Now that you mention it, there's one particularly crappy situation we could use some help with. See, we don't have a proper toilet here, and it's dangerous. Not to mention colder than a robot's nuts. Go outside the camp. There's animals out there. So we've been going too close to home, and it's kind of stinking up the place. Now, we spotted an old Job Johnny in the scrapyard, but there's a lot of nasty beasties around it. Nothing badasses like you couldn't handle, though. If you chase them off, my people can take care of dragging it back here. Thanks. We can hardly wait. Seriously. Wonderful. You're just what we've been praying for. Go see Doc Breeler in the Human Resources Center up those steps. He's the guy you gotta talk to get in.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, you're those Desert Rangers, huh? I'm Carla Asphalt Runner of Iron Thunder Logistics. Just trying to get some paperwork cleared up before I get the shipment on the road. Say, you wouldn't be going into the factory, would you? Because I've been trying to get this sorted out with Benny, my contact in there, and she's not picking up. Are you kidding? You can't get in there without taking some kind of stupid employment test, even if you just want to ask a question. And nobody passes that test. You guys, though, the way you're tooled up, they might give you a pass. Oh, you know her? Yeah, that's her. She's the one I deal with when I pick up orders here. But there's been a problem, and I can't get a hold of her. Well, I got a crate on my truck that's not on the manifest. And Iron Thunder prides itself on getting every delivery right. So I'm not driving off with something I don't have any paperwork for. Especially when it's a goddamn disassembled warbot. It's crazy, right? Steeltown makes warbots exclusively for the Patriarch. Nobody else can buy one. So finding one in a shipment with no shipping address or order number is bad.
Bad is right. The last thing the marshals want, or the rangers, is for some no-good-nicks to wind up with a warbot.
I suppose. I'm sure as hell not going anywhere. You name it. Steeltown makes everything. Tools, weapons, construction equipment, trucks. Hell, my truck was made here. Even little things like toys, dishware, coffee makers. They do it all. The biggest. Half my runs either start here or end here. At least they did, until things got screwy in there. Now it seems like all the shipments are delayed, or packed wrong, or misaddressed. It's a pain in the neck. Not to mention the lockdown that's going on now. No one allowed in, no workers allowed out. Don't know if it's a strike or a quarantine or what, but it sure ain't helping. I don't know. Supposedly they switched over to a computerized system a while back. The computation engine, they call it. Maybe it's buggy or something. Whatever it is, it's screwing with my schedule something fierce. Screwing with all the driver's schedules. Other than me not being able to slip them a couple bucks to expedite something for me? Nah, they're only there to guard the factory. Here it's a different story inside, though. They're there to enforce productivity, and they can get pretty rough on the workers if they're not meeting their quotas. Huh, maybe that's what the lockdown's about. Markham knows the gangs of the plains are coming, and is having the bots put the screws to the workers to get the place ready for a fight. That's the rumor. They say Liberty is sending out scavenger crews to stop by and stock up on vehicles, weapons, and warbots before she makes her move on Colorado Springs. I just hope I get this mystery crate business sorted out before that happens, because I want to be long gone when it does. Well, I've never bothered to try, but from what I hear, you've got to talk to the doctor in Human Resources Center, right behind me. Apparently, he gives you some kind of test that tells you if you're allowed in or not. Not too many people pass it these days, but you look like intelligent individuals. I'm sure you'll pass. I just hope I get this mystery crate business sorted out before that happens, because I want to be long gone when it does. You mean how you're going to talk to Benny Bianchi about this mystery crate? Yes, please. Thanks, I appreciate it. And here, take the note for evidence. Oh, also, if you need any supplies, I've got some returns ITL dispatch that I could sell. Let me know if you want to look.
Brother, no! Please wake up! My brother Aram, he's dead. A man, or a devil, someone tore open our tent in the middle of the night. He slashed with a knife, or claws, so fast I couldn't even scream before he was gone. No one saw him enter or leave the camp. What? No! We don't know anybody here. We just got here. This isn't Aram's handwriting. The man who killed him must have left it. And I have no idea what it means. Save the world from tears? My whole world is tears now.
I'm just... it's none of your business, okay?
You do that? Really? I didn't think anyone gave a shit about us refugees. The bots certainly don't. They don't care if a woman is going to... It's my mom, okay? She's inside. Does data collection on the truck line, but she's also diabetic. We didn't tell anyone, and Breeler was too drunk to notice, 'cause they'd fire her immediately if they found out. They used to let us send in 1 letter a week, and I was using it to smuggle in doses of some insulin we found. But since the lockdown, no letters. She's gonna go into shock and die if I don't get her a dose fast.
Huh. You're the Desert Rangers, aren't you?
I've heard of you, but no. This is too important. I can't trust anyone but myself. Yeah. I'm just not sure I can do it. If I get caught, they'll kill me. I'm not an employee, so no non-lethal treatment for me. Then my mom dies too. And that assumes I make it all the way inside without getting boiled or crushed in the ducts. That's my way in. There's a little exhaust port in the scrapyard. I could slip in, but armored up mercs like you could never fit. You know, you almost have me convinced. Enough that I can lie to myself to get over the line. I'm going in.
This is insane! All they gotta do is walk at 15 feet! Oh, hi! It's just dumb. I'm the cook here in the camp, and, there's not a lot to cook. People are starving, so I sent a request to Steeltown admin for a donation, and, whoo, miracle! It got approved. 200 pounds of assorted goat parts. The dumb part is, the meat got moved to the loading dock, but now it's just sitting there. Apparently, the paperwork to actually deliver it got lost, so even though I can say it, I can't get it. They won't let me in, and they won't let it out. Could you? That would be incredible. A lot of hungry people would be in your debt. If you can get inside, talk to a guy named Walsh. He was my liaison on this until I stopped hearing from him. Tell him the meat for cooking is on the loading dock, and it just needs his approval to be delivered to the camp. Shoot. Huh? Oh, no. They get their meat from some family named Knox, but Walsh said he'd sell us some of what they had in their freezer. All they make in there is everything else. Stoves, pots and pans, knives. Oh, and guns, and warbots and vehicles too, which is the stuff that the gangs are coming for, I guess. You know, Liberty's army. She's sending out scavenging parties to prep for her attack on Colorado Springs. And word is they've got Steeltown in their sights. Oh, that's easy. Well, no, it's not easy. Or we wouldn't all be out here starving. We'd be in there working. All you gotta do is talk to Dr. Breeler at the Human Resources Center by the main gate and pass his test. Passing the test is the hard part. Seems like a week since anybody's done it, maybe more. Anyhow, if you pass the test, they make you an employee and open the gate for you. Simple. Crazy, huh? I heard they had trouble with their plumbing a while back and called a plumber, but wouldn't let her in because she couldn't pass the eye test. Thank you so much. Get that goat, and you'll be the goat.
Hello? Oh, hey Rangers. What are you doing out here in this abominable snowman's land? At least you got work. We've been looking for employment since you freed us from Santa's sweatshop. Heard there were good jobs here, but Jiminy Christmas, it's hard to pass the application test. To get into Steeltown, if you don't pass the test, they don't let you in. And if they don't let you in, well, it's kinda hard to work there, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's insane. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, we're used to that, so I figure we keep taking it until the computation engine, or whatever they call it, makes a mistake and hires us by accident. I don't know why it's got a fancy name. It's a computer, right? Anyway, it's supposed to be super smart, but if this test is any indication, it's also super crazy. Well, it's certainly a relief not to be wearing a bomb collar anymore, but it's pretty tough on an elf out here in the big wide world. Not as many cookies, for one. Thanks. You too.
Only the third time I've seen a cat in a uniform. Achoo! Sorry, I'm allergic. Anyway, welcome to the Steeltown Human Resources Evaluation Center. Enter the body scanner behind me to begin your assessment for employment and... You don't look like the usual candidates. What's going on? Why do you have so many weapons? Oh yeah, I've heard of you. But I'm afraid knowing Patriarch Buchanan isn't enough to get you special privileges around here these days. To enter the factory, you have to pass the evaluation test. And to do that, you have to be examined by the machines. And lately, they've been failing applicants 9.9 times out of 10. The door hasn't opened in a week. Good luck. I don't make the rules, sorry. I don't even enforce them. I just watch helplessly from the sidelines. Ha! I put in a requisition for more toilet paper 2 weeks ago, and I haven't heard from them since. It's like I don't exist. Sure, ask away. I've got nothing else to do. And I'm not even being sarcastic. To be the living definition of the term Kafkaesque? To drain the hopes and dreams of 100+ people a day? To drive me to drink? Sorry, I have a bile problem. The stated purpose of the test is to evaluate the fitness, work experience, and mental stability of people seeking employment in the factory. People who pass are sent for job placement inside, but that almost never happens. Inertia? Once upon a time, I had a staff here, and we gave all these tests manually. Sent a lot of people through that door to a good job and a better life. Then Markham built her computation engine and decided that it would make all the hiring decisions. So she had these evaluation machines installed and told me that my new job was to be the friendly face that prepped people for the test. Apparently, the computation engine said that was the position I'm best suited for. So now the machines do all the work, and I drink. Ha! What I tell myself every morning when I get up is, it's better to be paid for getting drunk than to not be paid for getting drunk. Horace Breeler. You wouldn't guess it now, but I was an actual doctor once. Now, I don't even do the eye test. Only good thing is, I can do this job stone drunk. So I am stone drunk as often as I can be. Like now, for instance.
Wow. Okay, Doc.
I've never seen it. Could be a big brain in a box for all I know. But if that's the case, then it's got brain damage. Because the people who go through that door are always the ones I wouldn't have picked in a million years. It's like a magic asshole picking machine. Oops. Sorry. I'm supposed to say it's the best thing ever. So, it's the best thing ever. Sure. Then step into the garbage disposal behind me. I'm sorry. I meant the biometric assessment pod. Don't get your hopes up, though. You look too competent to pass. Please keep your arms and legs fully inside the chamber. The biological assessment pod has completed its evaluation. Please move on to the ocular scanner. The ocular scan is complete. Follow me to the skills test terminal. Okay, that's over with. Let me take a look at the results. You passed. I can't believe it. You're the first in days.
We finally got a pass. Open the main gate.
Go back outside to the main gate and they'll let you in.
Come on, Ghost! Gates down! Get to the candy!
What's that voice out there? Oh, crap, the ghost gang. Rangers, help us! Stop those bandits!
Oh, that's just great. Looks like Markham's hired some new thugs. Get 'em, Ghosts!
Rangers, you survived! Thanks for taking care of those bandits. They're such a nuisance. Are you coming in now? The bandits? Huh. They call themselves the Ghost Gang. I call them losers. They steal everything that isn't nailed down. Oh, good. I love questions. But why don't we save them until we can meet face to face, okay?
Let me pop this hatch and see what Hero has for us today. Shit! Those Rangers again. Come on. Thanks, Hero.
Thank you, team member.
Rangers! Benny Bianchi! Welcome to Steeltown. Good to finally meet you in the flesh.
Flash? These are feathers, you plastic-faced bat! You ought to try some, cause they'd be an improvement!
Oh, hi, Parrot! Abby and I thank you again so much for dealing with those pesky bandits. Ugh, you've made Steeltown better for everyone. Oh, I love Carla, but I'm afraid that'll have to wait until you've talked to Abby. If you can just give me your names for your badges, I'll send you right to her. That is so considerate. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Okay, got it. Here are your badges. Now, just follow the blue line and you'll find Abby in the control room. I mean the dark blue line, not the light blue line. Actually, you could go straight. It's shorter that way. No, wait. You should probably take the blue line after all. The computation engine said that's where the line should be painted, and it's never wrong. Oh, also, if you're looking for an exciting career in the wonderful world of heavy industry, come back here after you've talked to Abby, and I'll give you a placement test.
Somebody took their happy pills today.
Hi. Looking for a job?
Now, remember what we talked about, Demi. Start again.
Hello, I am Oluwa Demilade. Welcome to the Steeltown Job Placement Center, your gateway to a wonderful life of meaningful and gainful employment here in the industrious and exciting city we call Steeltown. Though if you are looking for the mess hall, that's 2 floors down. Today's meal is algae meatloaf, fun guy surprise, and gravy of sorts. Now, how can I assist you? Thank you for asking. This is the Job Placement Center, where Steeltown employees are matched with currently available jobs. All you need to do is take our little suite of aptitude tests, and the computation engine will search its database of jobs and find the one that's perfectly suited to your unique qualifications. Ready to give it a try? Oh no, actually that was the assessment test to see if you were Steeltown material, which, since you're here, you obviously are. This is the test that actually assigns you to an actual job. Well, let's see what you're actually suited for first. The fitness test will check your overall conditioning. Please step up on the treadmill. Don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. Let's go see what the computation engine has determined based on your results. All right, let's see. Based on the results of your test, the computation engine thinks you're ideally suited to be a tape rewinder. Unfortunately, that's not available, but we do actually have, let's see, aha! Nut tightener! This is a crucial job here in Steeltown, as there are many nuts and some of them get loose. You will be assigned a wrench. There seems to be a loose nut out near the elevator, which you must tighten.
Welcome to Steeltown HR document processing. How can I help? Wait, you're not employees, are you? Oh, freelancers have to file invoices through accounting, not HR. Is there something else I can do for you? Well, this is Steeltown HR document processing, so I process Steeltown HR documents.
Administrator, you have visitors.
Huh? Who are you? I told Benny not to... Oh, you're the Desert Rangers, the ones Saul sent to check up on me. Well, I can't say I'm happy to be spied on, but as long as you're here, you can make yourselves useful. I've got a situation on my hands. And you passed? Interesting. Well, welcome to Steeltown. I hope you're ready to earn what Saul is paying you. Now, listen. First off, we've heard that some of Liberty Buchanan's army are coming this way looking for easy pickings. Normally, we could manufacture some turrets and defend ourselves, but with this strike on... See, this whole place is run by a complex computation engine we built a while back. It does everything. Hiring, scheduling, production quotas, payroll, and until a few weeks ago, it worked like a charm. Then it started to get buggy. Shifts and quotas were changed in strange ways. New hires were put in positions they were obviously unsuited for. At first, I went with it. The engine had never been wrong before, but it kept getting worse. There have been incidents, accidents. Those accidents have sparked worker unrest, and unfortunately, Ludlow, my new chief of security, seems to be one of those bad hires. He's chasing Celine Crow, the workers' leader, around like a rabid dog, causing as much damage as she is. You will not be a rabid dog. Get down to the factory and see what's what. If Ludlow's behaving, help him. If not, take over. Just remember, your priority is not punishing workers. It's getting things running again so we can protect ourselves. Not our whole army, just one of our foraging parties. Damn Reavers have been scouring Colorado's edges for months. They'll strip us like a swarm of locusts. Good. That's what I pay her for. Nobody needs to know what's going on behind the curtain except the players, right? If Saul trusts you, I trust you. He doesn't hire fools. He only sires them. I don't expect you to work for free, but I'm not promising anything until I see some results. Do well and you'll be amply rewarded. And I might put more work your way down the line. Thank you. And listen, you may have to shoot some workers, but I don't want them put down permanently. Training up new ones takes too long. Lazar, my senior tech here, has some new non-lethal weapons we're working on. Lazar, you have clearance to provision the Rangers with a batch of NLWs. Please prep the supplies.
You got it, boss. Talk to me when you're ready to gear up, Rangers.
Die, you go with them. Once they have the NLWs, take them down to the factory and help out while they're there. They'll need someone who knows the layout.
Of course, Administrator. Rangers, I am at your disposal.
Di is more than a robot. She's my chief engineer. She helped build this place. In fact, she was the primary inventor of the computation engine. Nobody knows this place like her. You couldn't have a better guide. The bugs are sabotage. Nothing to do with Di. She'll be an asset to your squad, I promise you. Excellent. Then get going.
Hi, Di. I have the non-lethal weapons Markham asked me to give your friends.
Thank you, Researcher Blazer. Rangers, this is Laser Blazer, a researcher in our R&D department, and its sales liaison.
It's Lazar, actually. Accent on the czar. But yes, I'm your POP for R&D. Point of purchase? That's sales lingo. I learned it in a book. No, it's Lazar Blazer. I don't know why people have a problem with that. Pretty clever, if I do say so myself. The workers are all fitted with cybernetic controllers that connect them to their exoskeletons and other equipment. So what these weapons do is disrupt those controllers with feedback. Enough disruption and the workers go nighty-night, but suffer no long-term damage.
That is incorrect, Researcher Blazer. Long-term effects include occasional fainting, sleep loss, hair loss, memory loss, nosebleeds, erectile dysfunction, and sterility. Short-term effects include third-degree burns, convulsions, and loss of bladder control.
Come on, Di, you're not exactly helping my sales pitch here. Well, they're armed with their tools, and they're deadly. Rivet guns, tar sprayers, ignition sticks, all those things will mess you up. And they're mad enough to use them. That Celine Crow has got all the workers riled up. It's all Security Chief Ludlow can do to keep them penned up down in the factory. Otherwise, they'd be running through here, tearing the place up, and turning all our white collars red. Oh, I suppose she has some legitimate complaints, but she should have taken them through the proper channels, not started calling on the workers to smash the machines and hang the bosses. She's just too volatile for factory work. The computation engine should have never hired her. I didn't say that! Stop putting words in my mouth! Look, if we don't have any more business, I've got work to do. Great, have a look. Oh, just to warn you, I do have to charge a $1 processing fee for each item. Sorry.
Oh, hey, you dudes look, well, armed? Oh, shit! You're the Rangers, huh? Team November in the flesh! Oh, cool. Maybe you can help me then. I'm supposed to present my new prototype to Markham ASAP. Problem is, I need 2 biometric governors to monitor the highs and lows of the dopamine release cycle. But there's only 2 in the lab, and that nerd over there, BF, has the other one. It's a fucking crime. She's totally wasting it on her bullshit woo-woo prototype. So what do you say? You snag it out of her rig and put it in mine so I can kick her butt at the presentation, and I'll make it worth your while. It's fucking genius! So, you know how much time the assembly line loses to meal breaks? Well, this hooks the workers up to a worker incentive system. Make 5 widgets, a nutritional pellet gets shot into your mouth. Make 5 more, another one. They get food and a dopamine kick for hitting their goal and never need to step away from their station. And the best part is, it's adjustable. Need to ramp up production? Turn the dial and they only get a pellet every 7 widgets, or 10. That's the point. They wouldn't. They can do that stuff on their time off. What? Are you crazy, bro? This is for workers. Researchers need time to think. We gotta let our brains breathe, you know? I've got the blueprints for Steeltown's proprietary elite energy exoskeleton. Once you have the recipe, you can make your own way cheaper than buying. All right, fine. Here's some tellurium steel I set aside. Now will you help a brother out? Hell yeah! BF's gonna look like a real dipshit. Her machine is here on the admin level in the job placement office. Mine is down on the factory floor. Thanks, bros. Later!
You do not have the proper safety equipment to be researchers. You must be here for another reason. Logic suggests you are here to assist Administrator Markham with a production issue. Perhaps you could maximize efficiency by procuring something for me during your efforts. Those are sensible details to require. I've been tasked with improving admin worker efficiency, and have identified a significant period of the day in which productivity is reduced to 0%. When they are asleep, those 6 to 8 hours are completely unutilized time. But my EEG hood harnesses REM stage dreams and redirects the brain to simple collation and data entry tasks. Early trials have shown promise, but I require a pair of biometric governors to keep user brainwaves within safe parameters. Unfortunately, the lab only has 2. And Ivan, that fool over there, is wasting the other for his own pointless project. If you were to retrieve it from his experiment and install it in mine, I could give you some chemical neutralizers and disruption grenades that I've stockpiled. While I recognize your argument is merely an attempt to extort me, it is also factually correct. Here. Ingenious, isn't it? Now workers can be productive almost 24 hours a day. Ethics and payroll are not my department. I'm in research and development. If you change your mind, please do so exponentially. Ivan and I will both be required to present our work to Markham soon. My machine is on the job placement office here on the admin level. Ivan's is on the factory floor.
Hello, I'm Organic Maintenance Coordinator Walsh. How can I help you? What crate would that be? We ship a lot of crates, you know. We're a factory. Oh, that box. Strange. Thought that had already shipped. You better talk to Jerry in processing to see what the holdup is.
Hey, Rangers, got a sec? I couldn't help but notice that those asshats BF and Ivan were bugging. I don't suppose they asked you to nick some parts for each other's prototype. They told you about their projects, right? God, straight up creep fests, both of them. Co-opting people's sleep so they can do data entry. Feeding people on the production lines like they're rats on a treadmill. That shit'd drive the workers bananas. Look, I'm sure they offered you some goodies for doing their dirty work for them. But I gotta ask you to do the right thing. Bring me the governors from both their prototypes, and I'll call Markham over for the presentations. then both of them will fail, and their big brother-ass ideas will be forgotten. What do you say? Are you kidding me? If a bunch of workers go bonkers from a new R&D project, then nothing else will ever get approved. Unfortunately, BF and Ivan don't give a shit about the rest of us. They only care about being top dog in the department. Great. Come on back once you've relieved both machines of their biometric governance.